A couple weeks ago, I open my door and I see a Christian DVD and booklet combo sitting at my feet. The booklet isn't that surprising. Like, I get bombarded with this type of stuff all the time, but a DVD is new. I had to look at my Ring doorbell to see who left it, and I'm not even joking. This is the video.
Let me in, please.
No, I'm kidding. I actually couldn't find a recording of anyone dropping it off, so I'm thinking these are a gift from God that he descended upon my apartment doorstep personally. Like, the booklet's literally titled, "Would you like to know God personally?" Sorry, that was the wrong side, but yeah, it is titled, "Would you like to know God personally?" You start reading it and it's like,
Hey, what's up? I'm God. I'm infinity years old. I like long walks in the clouds. My love language is you on your fucking hands and knees begging for
but no, I'm pretty sure someone didn't want to go up all the stairs to my apartment and just threw this shit at my door. The thing is, I have nothing to play this DVD on. Then I saw that the cover advertises an app that's basically a streaming service for Christian media called Jesus Film, which is a really funny concept. Imagine they redid popular reality shows in the name of the Lord. They could do Heaven's Kitchen. They could make a Christian version of Punk'd and call it Got 'em. There's so many possibilities. But no, it's exactly what you'd expect out of a Christian streaming platform. The app was made by the company Crew that specializes in spreading the word of God through many means, such as mission trips, community events, and throwing shit at people's doors. I was looking through Crew's social media and found a very odd video. A lady is talking about how she's always dreamed of being married and having kids.
I wanted to have a family, a yard, kids.
And she starts talking about how alone she felt being single, but then asked God to take control of her life.
I felt the aloneness of being single and watching my friends marry. I said, Lord, you can have my life. You can do whatever you want with my life.
So I'm thinking, obviously, this is an inspirational video about how she was single and then she found God and then found the love of her life, whatever. But no, she's been single her whole life. She's still single.
Even if I never understand why I didn't get to be married, why I didn't get to have kids, I will always say, but the Lord gave me so much.
This is so confusing. Like, do they want me to believe in God? Is this supposed to inspire me? I'm not sure if I believe in God. Now you listen here. For as long as I can remember, my dream in life was to find my true love and have a beautiful life with them. Aww. It was hard seeing everyone getting married before me, so I prayed to God and asked him to do what he wanted with my life. Oh, and now you're married to the love of your life? No, I guess his plan for me was to die alone and cry myself to sleep every night, wishing I had someone to spend my life with, but he's given me so much. Like what? Like this DVD and book of his personal interests. Oh yeah, speaking of that, you should probably age regress and like get back to the main premise of the video. Oh yeah, facts. I started scrolling through all the godly media on Jesus Films and stumbled upon a sci-fi animated miniseries called File Zero from 2012.
Meow.
It's about a futuristic a futuristic post-apocalyptic world where history is hidden from the public by a bald dictator on this network, and a group of teenage hackers try to VR time travel into that history to uncover the truth about Jesus. I watched like 2 seconds of it, immediately expeditiously began working on this video. I started doing intense research and found one of the promotional videos where they talk about their mission to spread the gospel through this show. And they really stress that their target audiences are kids and teenagers. One of the guys basically says, yeah, we're trying to convert Muslim youth to Christianity through cartoons because kids love cartoons.
We work with Muslim youth here in the Barcelona area. We saw the need at the center where we have all the kids are on the internet watching cartoons. These cartoons have a huge influence in their lives.
I know you're supposed to spread the gospel or whatever, but I hate shit like this. Out of the thousands of religions, mine is actually the correct one, so I'm gonna manipulate these young Muslim minds with a Christian cartoon. Hey, what are you doing, man? Looking at the IMDb for File Zero, there's not much on here, little information, no reviews. I found out it was originally made in Spanish, but it's dubbed in English, so the lip movement is off in the English version. But I looked at the original Spanish version, and it also doesn't match that well. So, I don't know. Before we get into it though, one funny thing on the IMDb page, they show one of the voice actors, Joe Coffey, and his profile picture is this. I'm not trying to be mean, it's just hilarious to have your IMDb profile picture to be a super close shot of you being like, especially with those type of blue eyes that just hit you like a fucking train. Also, having the name Joe Coffee is so perfect. Now I can do my joke twice. Literally me when I don't have my morning cup of Joe. Literally me when I don't have my morning coffee. But all jokes aside, he seems like a chill guy who has a real passion for film and theater. Okay, let's get into it. To preface this show, there's a dramatic monologue. There was a dark war in 3021 that wiped out almost all life on Earth. And there's no further explanation on any of that at all ever. They just said dark war. So I'm guessing it went something like... Also, a great way to manipulate the kids into Christianity. Start your cartoon with 99% of the population fucking dying. Anyway, a group of scientists sent away a spaceship full of the youth and left them with only one adult, this fuck-ass guy. They gave him a file containing the most important events from human history, but when they were finally able to return home, everything on Earth was destroyed. So you'd expect the adult in this situation with all these kids and teenagers to, you know, rally them together and try to come up with a plan to create a sustainable living situation. But no, he had other plans.
The parents are gone. I'm all you've got now. Quiet! Put those babies on the ground and start building bunkers with whatever you see lying around.
Put those babies on the ground is absolutely absurd. This is what Gabby Hanna was talking about.
There's babies on the street!
He could have said, put the babies back on the spaceship in which we've lived for an extended period of time, but the street?
Wake the fuck up!
And it gets worse.
But the babies have to be cared for.
They'll eat just once a day like all of us. The strong will survive.
Why'd they animate his face like that? It's giving me when I literally don't have my morning cup of Joe coffee. Sorry. But yeah, the guy named himself the Elder and became a dictator. He hid the history file from everyone and created something called the System to control what information people can know. And he doesn't want anyone to know about Jesus. But I'm thinking these are competent teenagers with him. I think at least some of them would know about the most practiced religion ever, but whatever. I guess they all just agreed for him to be supreme leader and do whatever he wants. Me personally, I rather listen to the teenager who's saying children need to be taken care of rather than the old bald guy who wants babies on the street.
Wake the fuck!
And also, this premise is really weird. The world ended, and his concern is people knowing about Jesus. I don't know if that would be a big problem. If I was in this universe where billions upon literally everyone lost their lives in the dark, and I learned about Jesus, I would be like,
You burned my house to the ground! My family's dead! What do I do?
Whatever. 23 years later, that group of teenage hackers are trying to decode that file from all those years ago. File 0. And I gotta say, the little theme song they got going on, it kinda slaps. Oh my god, I'm dizzy as shit. I was doing that shit for way too long. I really hope that was cool. In this world, there are 4 regions, or ghettos as they call them, and spread throughout are a bunch of groups of hackers. Ghetto 1 has a group of hackers called the Moles, and they're the main characters. We meet them in an underground bunker. There's the stubborn leader, Nador, who's voiced by Joe Coffey, Computer Whiz, Nuta, and I guess the comedic relief, Ergo. They're just in this bunker on some nerdy shit.
Without historical knowledge, we're easier to govern.
Why are they moving like that? Without historical knowledge, we're easier to govern. There's supposed to be this meeting between the moles and the hackers from Ghetto 3, and Nador does the typical leader thing where he's like, you, give me a cup of Joe coffee. You, throw some DVDs at people's doors. And he's giving instructions to the other 2 members of the moles, Cyro and Shadow.
I'll go with Shadow. Cyro, Nuta, and Ergo, you 3 control the net.
But they aren't even in this scene, and we don't know who they are at all. So Nador and Shadow leave to the meeting with the 3 ghetto hackers. I mean, the Ghetto 3 hackers. Serator and Carton, they're a part of the Seekers.
We're Serator and Carton. From the Seekers?
Cut the introductions, this ain't no party. Come on, grab that thing you call a boat, and follow us before we're spotted.
Nador is a fucking asshole. Well, I guess he's a part of the moles. He's an ass mole. Like, he just met these people who have the same mission as him, and he's just being rude as shit. Nador? Like, yes, door, because I'm gonna shut the door on him. They get back to the bunker, and Serator starts explaining a problem they have.
We really need your help.
Data?
What?
Shadow never wastes words. She's telling you to give us all the information.
Shadow never wastes words. She has us wasting forward. But then Serator drops a bombshell to end the episode.
We found the key file from year 0 of the old era.
Basically, the Seekers sent one of their hackers, Gora, into File 0 with their VR time travel technology. VR meaning virtual reality, if you didn't know. To be able to download the file and expose the contents of it to everyone, they need a password, and that's what Gora's looking for. While in File 0, she was telling her team, damn, y'all, this shit is crazy. Then the system traced their connection, shut down all of Ghetto 3's lines, and now Gora is trapped in File 0. Don't really know how Serator or Carton could have avoided that situation, but Nador is not having it.
So now you've got a hacker in a coma, sacked out in some corner of Ghetto 3, and her virtual reality hung up who knows where out on the net. Nice work.
Oh, so you have an encrypted algorithm traced by the Matrix broadcast with the hacker spoofed out of the firewall somewhere on the net. Nice work. They're discussing the situation, and then we see the previously mentioned Cyro eavesdropping. But he's a part of their group, and they instantly let him in on the situation as soon as he walked in, so I don't know why he was moving so sneakily. And why'd he come in like that? The group is deciding what to do about Gora being trapped in File 0. It's really dangerous to go in after her because the system can trace you and the Elder can send in a Watcher to eliminate you. Watchers are like the Elder's minions. Cyro is instantly like, fuck Gora, we shouldn't do it.
It's too big a risk. I'm not sure I want to take it.
And you know how Cyro was the only one who was completely against doing this? Nador decides to send him in with Ergo.
Ergo and Cyro? I mean, if you've already made up your mind.
Sure, I'll go. But I still think it's suicide.
This is a very dangerous mission. Should we do it? No, bro. Oh my god, we're literally gonna die, bro. Leave her in the net. I don't give a fuck. You go. Okay, I still think it's a dumb idea. Ergo and Cyro spawn in, and now we see how the VR time travel works. It's basically like a recording. You can't interact with anyone. They see a commotion and go over to it, but they're speaking Hebrew, I think, so they have to load in translation.
New tab. We need translation.
Quit the complaining and pay your taxes.
What the fuck is that? Chet you betcha?
Quit the complaining and pay your taxes.
That's hilarious. But then Jesus, random guy whose face is never shown, comes over to calm the commotion. And I low-key think Jesus is giving Ergo a boner.
What's up with him?
I don't know, but he seems different.
Meow.
I don't know, there's just something about him. He's so different. So Jesus says, follow me, supposedly to the guy standing right in front of Ergo.
Follow me.
But Ergo is like, he was talking to me. We have to go follow him. He was talking to me.
He told me to follow him.
And this starts a big argument because Cyro's like, we literally don't exist right now. It's impossible for him to have been talking to you. And Ergo is like,
But I am telling you right now, that motherfucker back there
was talking to me. It's supposed to be a really heated argument, but with the dubbing pauses and lack of background music, it's kind of just really awkward.
Don't exist. You don't exist.
I know he was talking to me. Don't ask me how, but I know it.
Look, don't be...
You got a better plan, huh? You got one? No, right? Have you come up with some bright idea? No, right? Well, let's follow him. I'm fed up with you saying no, no, no.
You want to follow that man? We follow.
There's some interference because the system is searching the data, so Cyro says, nah bro, we gotta go before the system finds us. But Ergo is like, all hail Plankton, we gotta follow the guy because he told me to follow. So they follow him and the others into a house. And they are playing a fucking banger in this house. We're taking a break. I'm about to remix this. And then Ergo finds a tracer that Gora left right next to Jesus's foot.
I told you, Cyro, he's brought us to the tracer.
Meow.
Oh my god, he's on his hands and knees begging for it at this point. But after that, they decide to go back to the real world. And right after they're back, Ergo immediately starts trying to convince everyone that Jesus talked to him.
Shadow, his eyes were talking to me. Do you believe me?
Hell no!
Yeah, that'll convince them, Ergo. His eyes were talking to you. Eyes can't talk. Well, maybe Joe Coffey's can.
I'm gonna fucking kill you.
Shadow actually believes Ergo, and they go back into the past, but 2 years later than the first time, because that's where Gora is now. They get there, and it seems like we're about to get an anime opening-esque, cool montage or something. She hit him with the... like they were about to go crazy and they fucking slid down one hill uncoolly. But I guess it makes sense that she did that because Shadow doesn't waste words. Maybe I should stop wasting words. Guess who they found?
Gora!
Gora doesn't know either of them, so she's like, fuck, the system found me. And there's an epic chase scene.
I give up!
No music or anything, just nature sounds and tripping on absolutely nothing. It's not even like she lost her balance and fell. She tripped on nothing. They could have at least put a rock there or something. Gora is begging for her life, but they explain that they're hackers and are there to help her. And she's like, wow, nice. That's so amazing that you—
Oh, great heavens!
The system starts tracing them again, and Gora's like, no. There's too much we don't know. And then we cut to our first glimpse of the Elder in his cliche, scary-looking tower base. He's talking about how hackers are ungrateful,
Giving them everything. I've created a new order for them.
and sends in a watcher to eliminate these teenagers.
They can't carry out a direct order, but they'll pay dearly.
I've given them an amazing life, and I'm such a good guy. Kill them and put them in the streets where the babies are dying.
There's babies dying on the fucking street.
Anyways, back in the net, Gora is running out of battery. So they go sit around a campfire and Gora starts telling them about how she met this guy who's Jesus and how he talked to her.
The search, I realized that he could see me. I know that this sounds like I'm just making it up, but I'm telling you, he talked to me.
I know it sounds crazy, but you gotta believe me. This whole "he talked to me, I swear" thing is kind of really weird. Are all Jesus's followers just watching him acknowledge nobody? But of course, Ergo is like, no, I believe you. Then Gora talks about how in this time, people have relationships and are raised by their parents.
Children know their parents?
Generally speaking, yes.
But if parents don't take care of their kids at all, then who does? Is there someone on baby duty? I hate baby duty, bro. Like, all they do is cry and shit and cry. Like, I'm about to cry, bro. I hate this shit. Yeah, I hate it too, but it's Elder's orders. He's older than us. We gotta listen to him. Yeah, fact. There's nothing we can do. Just put those babies on the ground and change their diapers. You know what? No. I'm gonna go up there and I'm gonna give him a piece of my mind. No, he'll kill you. I'm sick of you saying no. Now leave me alone. Hey, Elder, you may be older than us, but I'm sick of—
Quiet!
One day, someone's gonna slap that bald ass head of yours.
Send him to the penis explosion chamber and have his penis exploded immediately.
No, I'm sorry. I'll change the diapers. In my talking eyes, that's lore accurate. Anyway, we also find out that Shadow knows her mother, which is crazy. There's only one problem though.
Who is she?
She's a watcher.
Damn, your mom sucks ass. And this next part is so weird.
I like to imagine that my parents are hackers.
Dream what you want.
Dreaming is worthless.
What? He literally just said, I like to imagine my parents are hackers. And she's like, yeah, you should do that. And he's like, that's ridiculous. Gore says the reason they don't get to have parents is because—
I suppose if they had to take care of us, they wouldn't be able to work for him all 24 hours of the day.
I wish they showed more of everyday life and like the political and economic state of the world right now, because it seems like there's only two categories of people in this universe. The adults working to search for and kill their own children for hacking into history, and the children hacking into history. But then there starts to be interference. The Watcher spawns in, and this is the worst gunfight in the history of animation. Ergo and Shadow have the jump on the Watcher. He's just standing out in the open, missed all their shots. I guess Shadow's gun had to recharge or whatever, so she was like, should I wait for it to work again? Or should I run out from cover and 360 kick the fuck out of this guy? She literally jumped straight up, then started the 360 motion for her kick. She's kind of goated for that. But this is supposed to be one of the Elder's
elite employees,
and he just let that happen? How? That's the easiest shot ever. He had so much time to shoot her. That's like playing duck hunt. And I don't know why Ergo was doing nothing this entire time. He could have rushed with her or something. He didn't do anything. Hey, Ergo, could you maybe shoot the bad guy?
No.
Okay, sorry. But Shadow runs away, and I guess the Watcher is the fucking Undertaker and instantly recovered from that kick. Ergo shoots at him, stops, then watches the guy spring out from cover and shoot Shadow. Like, Ergo sucks so much ass right now. After Shadow got cover and returned fire, the Watcher ran off. He has a special technology suit, a way better gun, and he let these fuck-ass, alpha tire-ass teenagers beat him.
embarrassing.
Also, I'm so glad they put background music on in that scene. I was fully expecting it to be like
Pew 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 pew.
Even though the super soldier guy sucks balls, he did manage to hit Shadow one time in the forearm. They go back to Gora. She's glitching out like crazy. She tells the others a safe place for them to go for the night is Jesus's grave, because he died 2 days ago in this part of history.
I know a real safe place. The Master's grave. It's been 2 days since they killed him and they buried him in a cave.
I'm confused on why she's like, oh yeah, Jesus's grave is a safe place to stay. I would never think, oh, I need to get somewhere safe. Maybe I should go to the grave site of the guy who got brutally murdered 2 days ago. Seems like a grave mistake on their end. Seems like they got nowhere else to go. Seems like they're crossing a line. Okay, yeah, we're done. They go and we cut to the elder scolding his fuck-ass soldier.
So you couldn't handle them.
Then the elder says he's gonna send in cyborgs instead of adult men to try to murder these teenagers. And I presume this guy is going to the penis explosion chamber to have his penis exploded immediately. Now we're back in the bunker. Nyuta tells Nador that Shadow is wounded and he is devastated.
Shadow is wounded.
Wait, this is the original Speed meme. My Shadow's kind of wounded. And we're right back into the VR world. They find the cave and Gora says,
But let's go to the back of the cave. I'll be safe there.
how does she know they'll be safe in this cave? The elder has technology that can pinpoint their exact location. And she says she'll be safe in the back of the cave. The back isn't that far from the front. I'll be safe here. But here? Whatever though. If you're not familiar with Jesus lore, or Lord lore, if you will, basically the religious leaders kill him on the cross and all that, and then he comes back to life 3 days later. They don't see a corpse and they're like, oh my god, there's not a brutally murdered guy here.
There's no corpse.
What? Hang on a minute.
Who the fuck is that? He was not just there.
Hello, Silver.
Oh yeah, that's Silver. He's just a guy that only Shadow knows and they never explain anything about him. I still don't know who this is and why only Shadow knows it. The only guess I have is that they connected because they both have the names of Sonic characters. I just looked up Shadow and Silver from Sonic and found a shipping wiki page and their ship name is Shadilver. It's such a funny name. Shadilver. The only explanation Shadow gives of this guy is
he a hacker from another ghetto?
He's not a virtual being. He's Silver.
oh yeah, on God.
What the heck is a silver?
I call him that. Silver.
Wow, thanks for clarifying. How about you tell us who he is? Like, imagine you get introduced to someone like this. I have to introduce you to my friend. Okay, bet. Shadilver. How do you guys know each other? Yes, Shadilver. Hi, Shadilver. I call him that. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. What should I call Shadilver? But Silver heals Shadow and explains that Jesus is alive and how he's like really cool and had to die for our sins and all that.
It was necessary for him to die.
And this next part with Gora just killed me.
He has the key, right?
He is the way.
He is the way. Yes. I knew that. I knew it. Oh.
I don't know why that's so funny, but it kind of reminds me of me after I literally have my morning cup of Joe coffee. Sorry. Shadow places a tracer and tells Ergo he has to go back to the real world while she stays to find the password. I don't really know why he has to go back. The only explanation I can think of is he has to tell the others that Gora is ready to be extracted, but it's already been shown that you can communicate with people in the real world while in VR. But also, what changed to now allow Gora to leave? The original problem was that the system blocked all of Ghetto 3's lines, so they couldn't hook up to get her out. What has any of the past events done to change that? Maybe it has something to do with the tracer or them being there with her. I don't know. This part is really confusing, or I'm just a dumbass. I don't know. Ergo is back and explains the situation. Nador starts telling everyone what to do, and he decides to go back to Ghetto 3 with Cardin and Senator to try and save Gora. Back with the Hedgehogs, Silver is explaining how great God is and how he gave us the freedom to write history.
He's the son of the powerful Lord of life.
Has he written history?
The powerful one has made you free. You write history.
You know how your planet sucks balls and was destroyed and billions of innocent people lost their lives and you now live in a wasteland ruled by a baby-hating old bald guy? That's just because the powerful God was so generous and gave humans the freedom and mindset to be terrible in every way possible all the time. You know what? I'd rather God just have his set plan and remove free will. Put that in the next update, God. I'd rather it be like that than have the world be a disgustingly terrible place to live for so many people. But yeah, then Silver leaves in the funniest way possible. I know what I'm gonna be doing at the end of this video. Shadow is really sad because I guess she was gonna ask Silver about her mom. Silver was like, oh, you wanna talk about your mom? Hell no. He never comes back though. I feel like he was just a lazy way for the writers to glaze God. He came in, God, and evaporated. So now it's just Shadow and Gora at Jesus's grave. But the system is on their ass, because who would have thought the Jesus cave isn't a safe place? Gora is fucked up and can't move that well, so she tells Shadow to leave and get the password. Shadow gives her the gun and they have a very heartfelt goodbye.
I won't forget you. Bye.
Goodbye.
Nador, Cardin, and Senator arrive in Ghetto 3. There's a very unnecessarily long, awkward, animated walking scene, but they finally make it to the lab and start trying to get Gora out. But there's a problem. The big flat-ass cyborgs are approaching Jesus's grave. That is a crazy sentence. The cyborgs go in there. Gora has the jump on them. She could easily bop, bop, bop. They're moving so slow, but she waits until they see her and point their arm guns at her, then looks away, blindly shoots, and gets shit on by the flat-ass cyborgs. I thought there was gonna be a Jesus miracle and she somehow survives or something. I was already planning to be like, and Gora dies. Just kidding. But no, she actually dies. Gives me the same feeling as that Crew TikTok from earlier with the forever lonely old lady. I think the people from Crew saw this scene and was like, oh yeah, this is going on Jesus films. Having her die inside Jesus's grave is absolutely absurd. Anyway, Serator is very, very sad about Gora dying.
My brave Gora.
Goodbye, friend.
But Nador couldn't give less of a fuck.
Where is Shadow? Gora. Gora!
Imagine she was like, go outside in the sun and look down. But the system is, of course, all over them. There's watchers scanning the whole area, so they have to escape through the quagmire.
And watch where you step here. This quagmire can swallow you.
Giggity, giggity. Giggity, giggity. They pull out this map, and when I first saw it, I was like, huh? I don't even know where to begin on how to read this. Yo, what are the directions? Oh yeah, head past the 3 boobs towards the bubbles, and then take a right at the pebbles, and that's where you want to go towards. Back at the Ghetto 1 bunker, Cyro continues being a D1 hater, saying it's too dangerous and they should disconnect and leave Shadow in the VR world.
Shadow is putting us all in danger. We've got to disconnect. The system is breathing down our necks.
And Yuta gets really mad at him.
And why don't you shut up and leave us alone?
I'm gonna get some air.
You have to help us with the connections. You can't leave. Ah!
Why'd she chew in frustration?
Ah!
Why haven't you subscribed yet? Yuta starts telling Ergo about the new cyborgs, and apparently they're made from hackers caught by the system. So the Elder is killing teenagers and turning them into the ugliest cyborgs possible? Wait, I don't know why them being ugly would be a concern. If you're gonna experiment on teenagers to turn them into teenager-killing cyborgs, at least make them baddies, you monster. Speaking of cyborgs, there's this Christian gathering thing with a guy who doesn't pay his taxes speaking.
Actually I lied. It's the guy who was telling the other guy to pay his taxes.
Quit the complaining and pay your taxes.
Shadow is there and the cyborgs are coming to get her, so she does a big ass jump over them. I was hoping for a 777-20 spin kick, but nah. She lands and presses her button to leave the VR world. I guess through listening to the guy who doesn't pay his taxes, she found out that the password is sheep. I didn't know this, but in the Bible, people who follow God are often referred to as sheep, which is... They back up the file and Ergo messages Nador about it. Cut to the Elder in his tower. We find out that this woman, the Elder's right hand, is Shadow's mother.
There is no doubt that the hacker is your offspring. In the ancient era, parents were obliged to take care of their children. I believe I've come up with a better idea.
I've only procreated one time, and then I got sterilized. The pregnancy caused me energy loss.
Damn. And the Elder also says,
send a commander to the hackers with our greetings. They're to eliminate them and recover the file. I want the elimination to be public. That will dissuade those that might be thinking about breaking the rules.
Okay.
Excuse me, huh? I want your daughter's murder to be broadcasted live for everyone to see. Okay. So an informant came forward and gave the Elder the exact location of the hacker bunker. Oh my god, who's it gonna be, guys? I don't know. Then the episode ends with the Elder going to speak with the informant, and I got so confused at this part. First of all, they literally give away who it is just with this shot. And second, the Elder says, hello, son. And I was like, whoa, that's insane. Because when they all came back to Earth, the Elder was like, I don't know, in his 20s. This is me editing. Yeah, I think he was probably older, a little older than 20. And then there was just a bunch of teenagers. So I was like, if he has a son, that's crazy. But it turns out he was just saying that because he's like old. The unknown informant isn't actually his son. The two hacker parties are meeting up. They use flashlights to signal, even though those guys are literally out in the open. And then they meet each other even more out in the open. But whatever, they're all happy. Then Nador tells everyone to go to different places, get a bunch of hackers from all the ghettos and bring them to a meeting spot. Then he says, oh, but the system picked up Shadow's image, so she has to stay in hiding and I'll stay with her. He seems like he's supposed to be the leader, but every time he gives roles, his is to not do shit, except that one time he traveled to go watch a girl die and not give a fuck. But after everyone leaves, Nador and Shadow talk about what she saw in VR, and she starts telling him about Jesus.
He loved the marginalized, the poor, the sick, the prostitutes.
And I thought we were finally gonna get an explanation of who Silver is.
Silver led me to him.
You never told me about Silver. I thought there were no secrets between us.
Just Silver.
Oh my God.
Who is Silver and why does she refuse to talk about who he is? That's such a dumb plot point. And also Nador says to give everyone access to File 0, they have to break into system headquarters and decode Mother.
I'll have to enter the system operations room and decode Mother.
Which sounds hilarious. They go to decode Mother and it's like, all we have to do is click and it's decoded.
Mother has arrived.
Shadow lays on Nador's lap, and apparently they're supposed to be a thing, but I had no idea the entire show because they have no chemistry. And Nador gets curved in the most brutal way possible.
You know what? Someday, if we live to see better times, I'd like for us to have children and be able to watch them grow, like the ancients. Would you like that? Shadow?
She was awake 2 seconds ago. I feel like that was her way of rejecting him because everybody knows Shadow doesn't waste words. Also, if they're supposed to be a thing, why haven't they had any romantic interactions? This is episode 11 out of 15. How do we go from no romantic interactions to I want you to have my babies in one episode? Episode 12 starts off with the Watchers literally killing a guy in the streets, followed by a very sad series of facial expressions. All the hackers are gathered in this wasteland and wait, didn't this bitch just fucking die? This guy got mag dumped by 3 Watchers at the same time and is just back. I know they wanted to reuse models, but why put him front and center in the literal next scene after he died? I think this other guy knows. He's like, what the fuck? I saw you dead on the ground with 30 laser holes in you. Anyways, Nador explains that nobody has to participate because it's basically suicide.
To stay is bordering on suicide.
And nobody leaves because they're fighting for their freedom. And they don't care if their lives are on the line. As long as they stick together, they have a chance to create change. My money's taller than a Great Dane. I hate stains. I don't know. But then after the group finds out Mother has to be decoded in the system headquarters, they get very discouraged.
In the system headquarters.
That's impossible.
The building security is way too tight.
Hey bro, didn't you die?
All this chaos could be deadly.
Well, yeah, he laid out the risk in the first place. He said anyone who isn't okay with dying can leave. And they were like, okay. Then he explains the impossible mission and they're like, that's impossible. We'll never make it. Then Cyro shows up, D1 hater.
Why don't we come back to reality, Nador, and be real?
Essentially, the plan is for the hackers to create chaos in all the ghettos while Shadow, Nador, Carton, and Cyro go to the headquarters. I think first and foremost, the plan should be to overthrow the Elder and his elite employees. Because even if everyone finds out about Jesus, they're still under the Elder's dictatorship where his minions are okay with gunning down kids in the streets and in VR. None of the Elder's people have shown any empathy at all whatsoever. They're like, oh, I gotta kill those teenagers? Bet. Oh, you want my daughter's death to be broadcasted live for everyone to see? Bet. If there's still a lot of people with that mindset, you gotta overthrow. I don't think Jesus is gonna save you in that situation. I mean, he didn't save the billions of people who died in the Dark War, so I don't know how you're gonna fare. Then Senator completely changes everyone's minds with a heartfelt speech.
I, personally, prefer to die fighting than to live the way we have up to now.
Can't take it anymore. All right. Yes. Let's do it.
We'll fight. We'll fight.
It's like they just remembered the circumstances in which they've lived their entire lives. But the hackers start causing chaos and the Mother decoders get to the headquarters. The first time we see the Watchers come out of the door, it closes immediately. But when Nador says,
won't be long before they open the doors. Pay attention, guys.
The door stays open for a long ass time and they just run inside. They take 2 guys hostage and force them to go to the operations room. Once again, the Watchers suck balls. They immediately shoot their own companions and proceed to hit none of their shots on the hackers. You're telling me they missed every single shot except on their own people? How did they get friendly fire aimbot? And all the hackers are standing still. Nador is fucking chilling on the floor. I don't know. They win the gunfight somehow. Carton starts decoding, but the Elder and Shadow's mom come into the operations room. And Nador is just feeling himself right now.
Oh wow, look what we've got here. It's Daddy.
It's Daddy is hilarious. Shadow recognizes her mom and they have a little moment. Cyro comes out and a crazy bombshell is revealed.
Well, what do you know? It's my little friend. Cyro, this wasn't our agreement, right?
Oh my god, that's so crazy. I never would have expected that. That's so crazy. But yeah, Cyro betrayed them in order to get a position in the Elder's empire. But instead of joining the Elder's side, Cyro gets really defensive. He's like, "Nuh-uh, I didn't work with you, nuh-uh."
Shut your mouth. And we'll keep our conversation secret about the exact location of their hideout.
Cyro?
No. No.
Oh my god, he slapped that bald ass head of his.
I knew this day would come. I just wish my penis was here to see it.
Why wouldn't he just join the Elder? That was his plan in the first place. That's why he gave them the information. What? I wasn't expecting this, but Cyro kills the Elder and accidentally kills Shadow's mom. The Elder's dead, but Shadow's mom's like slowly dying, and she says some bull.
I was your age and I had such lofty ideals. I can't remember at what moment in my life I gave up.
I don't know. I would understand if she was like forced to work with the Elder and didn't want to or something, but she jumped in front of a bullet for him and she abandoned her child and said that fuck ass pregnancy caused me energy loss. And said
okay
to Shadow's death being broadcasted live. Anyway, Cyro starts yelling at Shadow, asking if she knew.
You knew, right? Answer me! You knew?
Yes.
I don't know what that means, but he storms out and we never see him again. Everyone's still outside fighting, so Nador does a weird broadcast monologue about the Elder being dead and File 0 being encrypted or whatever.
Stop the fighting. The Elder has died. Stop the fighting. Stop the battle.
Bro, they stopped, I promise. You're good.
The Elder has died.
They couldn't record another voice line. But he talks about history being important and God and blah, blah, blah.
Downloading File 0.
No joyous aftermath, no epilogue, no nothing. That's just it. Happy ending? I guess. There's a 15th episode in a completely different animation style. This guy named Mark is basically saying what the message of the show is.
My name is Mark, and I also discovered the powerful message of the good man who is Jesus.
But this show is just all over the place. I feel like the writers did a terrible job world building. It just felt soulless. It doesn't feel like anyone lives in this world. What is everyday life like in the ghettos? How do they differ from each other? Who the fuck is taking care of these babies on the street? Maybe they didn't give a fuck about all that because it's targeted towards kids and everyone knows kids are freaking stupid and they don't need a cohesive plot. But there's a 0% chance a child would willingly watch this show. And even if they did, I don't know if they would come out of it thinking, wow, God sounds so amazing. I want to know that guy personally. And yeah, I'm sure they didn't have a big budget and resources, but you don't really need that to tell a good story. I understand the dubbing can make things really weird, but even the sound design, the sound design choices are very odd. Like the moments where there's just nature sounds and nothing else and everything feels really empty. But you know, you get the point. And yeah, that's all I got. Thank you for watching. Put your baby on the ground and go to the penis explosion chamber and explode your penis on the like and subscribe button and all that and whatever. And yeah, bye.